I pressed it wrong. All right.
All right. So that was a little summary recap. Now we're getting into Isaac and how he checks the box of fulfillment. And so, like the other times, you see little things that lead up to this. Like Abraham, you see how he employs free will by giving it to Lot, then giving it to Nahor. Jacob gains dominion by giving the lentils to Esau in return for something else. And then you see in Isaac, before the ultimate box is checked, you see these images that are alluding to something that's forming. And you see this first when Abraham takes Isaac up the mountain to be sacrificed. Abraham keeps it a secret, essentially, when Isaac asks, "Where's the sacrifice?" Abraham could have told him it's you, but he didn't. And so
he prophesied, in my opinion, Yahuwah will provide the lamb.
It's true, but he could have said Isaac.
Right.
Because that's what Yah originally said, is that you have to bring your son up as a
covenant is so beautiful, and these Abraham was aware of the covenant, and the vision Yah gave him is the torch going through, showing, in my opinion, that he will pay the price. So that's why, we're so far removed from the understanding that, what a covenant means, but in that ancient understanding, it was more like, I understand, and plus they've made a covenant. Their word was so much more valuable than nowadays.
Yes.
All right.
I think what I'm trying to say is that Abraham concealed an aspect of this covenant that Yah was giving to him, and said, "You're going to bring your son up to the altar as the sacrifice." Then Isaac asks, "Where's the sacrifice?" Abraham could have said, "You're the sacrifice," but he doesn't lie, but he conceals that you're going to be. Why would he do that? Well, we know that Isaac has an animalistic side to him. He favors Esau as the animalistic son, the carnal son. He likes the taste of his son's venison. Yeah. There's a picture of Yahushua, who even struggles as man struggles when he is given the cup to drink, and he says, "Father, if it's your will, let it be done, but I really don't want to drink this." That's implying that he still wants self-preservation. He's living in the flesh. It's the same thing with Isaac. And so there's power in this, though. It's such a beautiful picture, because Isaac, even though Abraham is basically showing a picture that he knows his son has this animalistic tendency. If he tells him at the bottom of the mountain that you're going to be the sacrifice, in his animalistic tendency, he would run away. But after climbing the mountain, which is a whole nother topic, what that is, they get to the top, and then Isaac accepts the will of his father. Another picture of this, accepting the will of the father, or obeying the commandment of the father, is when Abraham brings him a wife. So all the other brothers, all the other family members in that family get their own wife. Isaac's the only one that has brought a wife specifically. And we know that Isaac, who favors Esau, and he portrays some of these animalistic tendencies. What happens with Esau when he finds his own wife? He disobeys his parents. And so maybe we don't know, if Isaac was left to his own devices, there was maybe some danger. And so Abraham made it a point for Eliezer to go find a woman.
Beautiful.
That he brings to Isaac. Isaac then accepts the will of the father. And so in this, he checks the box when, after he blesses Jacob through the animalistic tendency, which is to have dominion over your brother. That was the first blessing that he gave to Jacob. And then Esau comes in, "Where's my blessing?" "Oh, I didn't. I gave it to Jacob." And then Isaac realizes he gave his blessing meant for Esau to Jacob. Then Isaac realizes, okay, it is the will of the father. He basically climbed the mountain, so to speak, and then called Jacob in his own free will to bless him a second time with the rest of the important details that are in the covenant, with the blessing of Abraham, the blessing of the land, and the blessing of the seed, and getting a holy wife. So that checks all three of the boxes. Abraham checks the first box of the image. Jacob checks the physical manifestation. Isaac checks the will of the father and the commandment completion. So we're going to look at these three aspects and how they're important to the chiasm of the Torah overall. So we'll share on the next video what that
Yeah,
looks like.
it's getting good, y'all, and it kind of shows how important the words are. Isaac couldn't take back the blessing. He couldn't say, okay,
He also chose not to.
Yeah. He
because he realized
because of the
he climbed
revelation.
mountain.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Just and very amazing.
right.
Hallelujah.